Please join me on the Glenn Lal Show, 99.1, 99.5 FM, Kaieteur Radio, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 7:20 p.m. and a rebroadcast of the next day at 11 a.m. just in case you missed that program.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening. Welcome to this evening's newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio. I am Kevin Smith. Let's get to the news in detail. According to the Stabroek Block Production Sharing Agreement, the government of Guyana has agreed to exempt ExxonMobil and its partners, Hess Corporation and Sinnock Petroleum Ghana Limited, from the payment of several taxes such as capital gains tax that other local companies are made to pay. And in the instances where the government has agreed to accept the payment of taxes, it has chosen to pay the same on the behalf of the oil companies. By 2025, such an unbelievably sweet tax deal will cost the Guyanese people $1.7 billion, the equivalent of its 2021 national budget. This shocking revelation was made in a recent report by the Institute of Energy Economics and Financial Analysis and its Director of Financial Analysis, Tom Sanzillo. Sanzillo was keen to note that the PSA establishes that income gained by the contractor and the other parties is taxable but would be handled by the Minister of Natural Resources. The tax would be paid over to GRA from Guyana's share of the oil money, following which the oil companies would receive a receipt stating that the said tax was settled. And in other news, U-Mobile Inc., which trades as Digicel, has recently come under scrutiny with the government as rapid moves are apace to maximize the benefits of a liberalized telecommunications sector. Documents confirmed that within weeks of liberalization, the Irish company occupied spectrum without being issued with the requisite frequency authorization. Such use of spectrum would hinder and restrain the ability of other licensed entrants to utilize their duly authorized spectrum fully. The issue has since escalated with the recent discovery that the company has again started to occupy additional spectrum without the requisite authorizations, even before the government could review the new frequency band. Further revelations have also indicated that Digicel has not paid its license fees for at least 5 years, an amount estimated to surpass $1 billion. The telecommunications agency has recently billed Digicel for these outstanding fees, requesting that they be paid within 30 days. And moving on, a Mahaica man, Dion Dowden, was forced to seek medical care after he received a sound thrashing from the relatives of a pedestrian whom he had run over with his car last Sunday. Around 21 hours 30 on Sunday, police revealed that Dowden was proceeding east into the KK service station compound in Mahaica. The car, according to police, collided with 29-year-old Anthony Dodram, causing him to fall to the ground before it ran over him. He was taken to the hospital where it was discovered that he suffered a dislocated pelvic bone. According to police, sometime after the accident, Dodram's relatives caught up with Dowden and assaulted him. He too was admitted to the Georgetown Public Hospital, suffering from lacerations about his body. Meanwhile, Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony said yesterday that persons who took their first dose of the Sputnik V vaccine over the last 3 months will be able to access their second jabs, as the shots are now available. Dr. Anthony disclosed that another consignment of the vaccine arrived in Guyana Monday evening and that persons can begin receiving the shots today. Guyana, like many other countries around the world using the Russian vaccine, has been experiencing a delay in the shipment of the second dose. Officials say the global shortage is due largely to the spike in cases of the Delta variant. The Sputnik V vaccine is reported to have been most effective against this latest variant. And moving on, a 33-year-old man of Tushen New Housing Scheme on the east bank of Essequibo woke up around 4 hours to a bandit about 2 feet away from his bed holding a haversack. The man rushed to the suspect and subsequently apprehended him and dealt him several lashes with a nearby wire. The suspect managed to break free and jumped into a drain. The victim then raised an alarm and persons in the area came to his assistance and managed to capture the suspect. The haversack was later discovered to have an electric saw, one angle grinder, and one electric drill. And to wrap things up this evening, let's tell you that Chief Public Relations Officer for the APNU AFC, Imran Khan, has succumbed to complications arising from the COVID-19 virus. 43-year-old Khan, a former head of the Department of Public Information and Director of Public Information at the Office of the President, was unvaccinated at the time of his death. Khan was reportedly rushed to the COVID-19 hospital on September 15th, days after he tested positive for the virus and encountered trouble breathing. 2 days before he passed, the coalition PR officer was active on social media, offering thanks to the people who were praying for his recovery. And on that note, we end this evening's newscast on Kaieteur Radio. Coming up next is a short message from the publisher of the Kaieteur News, Mr. Glenn Lal, followed by the National Outlook with GHK Lal, and as usual on a Wednesday night at 19:20, the Glenn Lal Show. Tell it as it is.
I am Glenn Lal, and I have some beautiful things to share with you guys. Guyana leaders got y'all sucking seed instead of succeeding. Guyanese, I really gotta make this